everybody, welcome back. It's your boy Zoe Bad Blood Collectibles, and today on the channel we are going to be reviewing the first figure for 2026 on this channel. We are going to be reviewing the Fight for Glory Combats XesRay Studios Gold Hildr. I think that's how you say her name. So before we go any further, please give this video a like. Also subscribe to the channel, help this channel grow. Let's reach 5,000 subscribers. So starting off with this video, I do want to do some things different and make it more interesting and more fun. Starting off with the diorama as well, self-made by the way. And also I do want to show off this nice box that she came in as well. And here it is. Here it says the Gold Hildr, and then it's an exclusive. I don't know, this is my first time ever having a Fight for Glory combat figure from XesRay Studios. I think I'm gonna start getting more because I'm in the middle of working on my Conan, King Conan comic book photo album, which I will show off here. Some of it, just a little teaser trailer. So stay tuned for that. And also, she will be in this, and that's what made me went on the internet. I started looking. I'm like, man, I need a freaking amazing female figure to go with Conan the Barbarian. I've been using Wonder Woman. I've also been using the other Wonder Woman as well, and Thor, but I needed someone that looked like a barbarian slash Viking, and that's what we got here from XesRay Studios. We do have the golden Hildr, and she looks freaking amazing. She comes with a ton of accessories as well. You can remove all of her stuff on her, all of her clothes. You can strip her down to her underwears, which is really, really nice. And I love for the fact that we do get some soft goods here. I do wish that the waist stain, as we get into it, I just really wish that that could have been a soft good as well. Just some of it. But overall, this thing looks really nice. So the first thing we're going to do is do a overall look of the figure. And then we'll go from there. I'm going to show it with the figure having what she has on right now with all of her armor, and then we're going to take off everything as well, and then we'll go over everything else. But overall, this thing just looks really, really nice and clean. There's a lot going on, but then there's not a lot going on. I added the Conan sword here just because I thought that would look nice for the photos and the comic book that the story that I'm telling. But overall, this is like really, really nice. Look at those eyes in between the helmet. I really love for the fact that the helmet is really detailed as well. Look at that. Bam. That is nice there. And then you can look on that side here. Looks really, really nice. And the best part about this figure is you need a figure that look like a bodybuilder female figure. That's what you need as a warrior. She needs to be bodybuilder type as a female bodybuilder, and that's what we got here. We got the strong thighs, thick thighs as well, big butt, nice legs, toned legs, skinny arms as they should be, but they're cut. And then we also get the firm six-pack as well with the big boobs as well, which is nice. This is everything. She looks like a bodybuilder on steroids for a barbarian. This looks freaking amazing. For the overall look, I'm definitely going to give this figure a 10 out of 10. I'm going to go ahead and take off the helmet so that way we could get a better look at her. And then also, I'm going to take off the coating right here. Alright, you guys. Here she is here, just with her helmet off and also the soft good. And look at the helmet. The helmet just looks so nice. Let me see if I can focus on it. There we go. Look at that. Bam. It's kind of rather here, but when you put it on the figure, it's straightened out. So I really do love that. I love the horns on here. Like, the minute I saw this figure on eBay, I was like, oh yeah, that's a no-brainer there. I gotta get it. So that's what I did. And then here she is here with the hair on top. And I will tell you about that in a minute when we do the accessories. But look at that, she looks amazing, and I love the writing on the bra as well, and I love these silver things that they put on the biceps as well. I thought that was done really nice. She has gold on one side and then silver on the other. As you can see here, we have silver, gold, Then on the other side, I mean silver, silver, and then gold over here. And then also on the feet, we do have gold. And even the feet are done really nice as well. So this is an amazing, amazing female figure. Probably the best female figure in my collection. This is something that I wish that Mezco could have done. They did it with the Tangerine figure, which is really nice, but we need more female figures with articulation and with great bodies like we got from XesRay Studios. So now it's time to take off everything and then go over everything, and we'll be right back. Alright, you guys, so here we are with Gold Hildr, and she got everything taken off of her. Only thing I did leave on was the bra. I'm not going to take that off. You could just use your imaginations if you're thinking that way. I'm thinking more for an action barbarian back in the day. That's what I'm thinking of, not the nasty. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go over the accessories. But before we do, let's take another look at her legs. This is what I was talking about. She has really nice bodybuilder female thighs, and this is what you need for all female figures, especially Wonder Woman. This would be like a perfect Wonder Woman figure if they ever do something like that. I think they'll do a great job with Wonder Woman from XesRay Studios, but this is what we need from Mezco 112, and we're not getting that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about first thing first is the soft goods. We do get two soft good coats. We get this one here. You can use it for the waist, or you can use it for whichever way you want to use it. You can use it for the waist or above, for her shoulder, like to cover up her body. You could do that as well with this one. And then this one is the bigger one here, which is really nice. When I saw this, a no-brainer as well. But we do get this here, and this one is really nice as well. And we do have some tabs where you could just tab it around so that way it can stay on the figure like that. You just button it up like this. Boom. There it is. So this looks really nice, furry too. Now, as far as the weapons, we do get this beautiful axe here, which is done really nice. Look at that. Bam. I love the wear and tear on it as well. And then we get this gold tip. Next on the list, we do get this waist here, and this will be her her girdle or whatever for her barbarian waist. But we do get a sword. Now the sword you just attach on here. I glued it on there because it was like nearly impossible to actually get in there and stay on there. I mean, once it comes off, it's a pain in the butt. And like I said, this doesn't come. This is the Conan Barbarian sword, so we're not going to count that. But you can take out the sword here, out the sheath, and here it is here. I just wish it was kind of a little bit more stern. It's kind of flimsy, but that's okay. It's not like super flimsy like we get from like a McFarlane figure. Look at that. Bam. Great, right? We also get this beautiful knife and the sheath as well. You can also take this out if you wanted to change it out for another knife. But this is done really nice as well. And you can just slide it in there, and then you could just keep it on there like that. And it looks really nice. So great job here from XesRay Studios as far as the weapons. Here we are with this one again. And then last but not least, we do get the small axe here, which is done really nice. So love that. Next on the list, we're gonna go over her legs and talk about that. So first thing first, we do get the silver. This is for the right leg. We do get this silver here. This is one of the shin guards. And then also we do get this one here. This is for the arm or the forearm. This is really nice. Look at the detail that they did with this figure. And then also on the right leg, we do get this band here, which is really nice. If you saw it all in the beginning of the review. And then for the left leg, I think it's the left. Oh, one more thing. We do get this piece here. This is for the bicep on the right arm. This is really nice as well. Look at that. Bam. Love the detail, the weathering, all of it. I love it. Now, for the left side, we do get this gold shin guard here. totally offset from the other one, which is really nice. I like that. The real barbarian look. And then also we do get the forearm guard right here with the gold. That is really nice. And they both match each other like I was saying earlier. That is done nice. And then we also get this beautiful piece here. This is really, really nice. Love it. I love the look of it. It does hinder some articulation, but you just have to scoot it up so that way you can get her to bend her knees all the way, right? And then we also get this gold thing here. This is really nice. Remind me of Wonder Woman from Mesco 112 when we got that as well. And look at that. Bam, there, right? And then we also get this here. We've seen this from other lines as well. And then last but not least, we do get a nice necklace as well. Now, that is it for like all the accessories. One last thing is the helmet. We'll go over that real quick. We already went over it earlier, but just another look at the helmet, which is done really, really nice. And a lot of people say, how do you put the helmet on, seeing that her hair is like big, right? Well, they made it a way where it's done really, really nice. And my hands are shaky because I'm drinking a Red Bull for energy. So you take this top off. You can actually leave this off. Only bad thing is that you're going to see that. But yeah, you can take this off. As you can see here, we do have it where it plugs in. You just take it off there. And then you just put this on. And just like that, she has another whole look. That is freaking amazing there. So this makes up for the extra head sculpt. I still wish we could have had like a yelling head sculpt. But, you know, this is fine. Like, I'm satisfied with this figure. Now, let's go and go over the body parts now with the rest of the accessories. And that is the extra hands, feet, and all that. So here we do have the regular feet. This is different from what we had in the beginning. But just to show off, like, her without everything on, this is really, really nice. So we do get one pair of feet, or two pairs. We get the one where it's just her barefooted. And then also here's the one with her sandals on or whatever. Snatchos. Whatever you want to call it. And then also we do get the... so this is what I really like. Is for the fact that they gave us a ton of accessories. And then we got multiple hands, which is really nice. We get two closed fists. As you can see, she does have that one. And then we also get this one here. We also get an open hand here, which is really nice. And then we also get an open hand there. And then we also get open hands here. Let me pull these out. We get two wide hands for expressions. That is really nice there. And then last but not least, we get two holding hands here. Now, this one, I know it's with me. This one is more for holding the axe, the big one, and then this one's for the sword and the smaller axe. But you can use them both. You just probably have to close in the gap a little bit more. But I believe like this one's made strictly for the bigger axe. So that is it as far as the accessories. So for the accessories, I'm definitely going to give it a 10 out of 10. This is a amazing piece here. I think XesRay Studios killed it. Now, let's go over the articulation and see what the articulation is all about. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a 10 out of 10 for the overall look. And then also a 10 out of 10 for the accessories. Now, it's time for the articulation. So here we are with the articulation. She can look up really good. For hair, the hair is very soft, so you ain't got to worry about it getting in the way. She can turn left and right as well. No problem. And she could look down about that much there. Right? Then we get butterfly. She has like no butterfly joints, but she has this joint in here. And I'm going to raise this up real quick. But this is like, is different for me because this is my first time having this figure. But that's what we get. We do get a little butterfly joint here, as you can see underneath there. But it's basically like, in order to get her arm up all the way without popping it out, you're going to have to do it like this. And this is when the the articulation for the joints, the single joint comes in. So with the single joint, I see why they did it this way. This is the way they do their articulation. It's not double jointed elbows, but we do get it where it could almost be a double elbow, double jointed elbow, right? But the best thing about this is that you could do this, pull this all the way back, and it still looks natural. So that is really, really nice there. We do get the articulation on that, and then we get great hinge movement from with the joints, the wrist joints here. And then also we get articulation here. We could go left, and then we could go right. My finger's kind of stiff. I think I need to heat it up, but I just don't want it to be super loose. Also with the legs can kick out about that much there. And then if you want it more straight, she's only going to go 90 degrees, right? And then she has double jointed knees, which go all the way, which is really good. And then if you put this thing, considering the muscles on her legs and everything, this is really, really nice. Look at that. Boom. And then we have great articulation here for the ankle movement as well. And yeah, this is really nice. So overall, I'm going to give this thing, I don't know yet, because we still got to go over the torso. Here's the torso. I almost forgot about that. The torso is really nice as well. But one thing I just didn't like is for the fact that we get no ab crunch moving forward. It's going to be basically like non-existence. And if you're going to do that, it's going to pop the joint out where this is for putting on all of her clothes and everything. But it's going to pop it out. And you can use this to your advantage as well. If you want to get her bending or whatever, you could do that too. But I suggest that you have the girdle on first, so that way you could give it that natural look. So that's the only thing that I just didn't like about this, is for the fact that the ab crunch going forward is almost non-existent. So I didn't like that. But overall, still a really nice piece. I'm going to give this figure for articulation a 8 out of 10. It's really, really nice still. That is my only gripe and complaint that I have about this figure, right? So now it's time to go over the height, size comparisons, and all that. But before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at the photos, and then we'll be right back. Alright, you guys, so here we are with Go Hildr, and the first one I'm definitely going to bring in is Conan the Conqueror. I don't have Conan the Barbarian from Mezco 112, and neither do I have the other Conan, the figure that just came out. I was like, I'm good with the one that I have. And there he is right there. And they're about the same height. She's maybe a little bit taller with the hair, but Conan is like way thicker than her, and he just like amazing, right? These are some of Mezco's best figures ever. And then we have King Conan, which my comic book photo album using toy photography will be about, is this guy here. And this, I'm so glad that I started working on this project. I always wanted to work on King Conan, but I just didn't know how to take the right photos with them. It took a while to practice over and over again, but there we are with King Conan. So we got Conan the Conqueror, King Conan standing next to Hildr, and they look really, really nice together, right? Let's move this one out the way. We'll keep Conan the Barbarian up there, and then we're going to bring in the Death Dealer, which is one of my expensive figures that I have besides Conan the Conqueror. Conan the Conqueror was, I think, about $220. This dude will range around $350, $360. And I thought it came with a horse. I'm like, man, it's so expensive. So I got it, and it ain't even come with no horse. I'm like, man, $360 for this figure. It ain't even come with a horse. But it looks really, really nice. Like, the Death Dealer is just an amazing, amazing piece. Especially the way Frank Rosetta did the painting and stuff about him. It looks really nice. And she looks good standing next to the Death Dealer as well. Definitely going to have her going against the Death Dealer in my comic book photo album. But I'm just going to show off the regular photos for this one. And then the more, the ones that I'm using for the comic book will be coming soon to the channel. So that is it. as far as the overall look of the figure, also the height and the size comparisons, I'm going to take this off real quick so that way we can see her with her helmet on, standing next to King Conan, and also the regular Conan figure. Here it is here. She looks great standing next to them. Here we are with Conan, and I can't wait for the Mezco Conan Barbarian figure that's coming out with the Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think that's going to be really nice as well. So there it is, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also enjoy the photos that you're about to see. And please give this video a like. Also subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. Oh, giving this video a 9 out of 10.